What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sully Squad. We are back. We had to take a week off last week, but we are back tonight. Not a good time in Philly sports right now. God, where do I begin? Joel Embiid, who knows if he's going to be out? It's like Groundhog Day with Embiid. Phillies re-signed Avonola, really haven't done shit since then, so who knows what's going on with them. You got the Flyers. They're starting goalie. Who knows? Who knows what the hell's going on with that situation?
His career's over right there.
Yeah. So, Fly.
Yeah,
and it's funny
they took him off the roster.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah, exactly. And the last time we did this show, we were talking about how good the Flyers were playing, and they were ahead of schedule. But boy, they went right in the shitter.
Yeah, if we just started goaltender. The backup's your backup for a reason, Ursan being forced into that role is tough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, right now, Philly sports is who knows. The only positive thing I have to say is that yesterday was the 6-year anniversary of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. So I'm rocking an Alshon Jeffrey jersey tonight. You know what I mean? Trying to drum up good juju and good vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not, but I'm trying. You know what I mean? Hey, all I could do is try, right? But anyway, we're gonna get into all this, and also, we'll do a little Super Bowl preview. We'll look at some prop bets. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not really a fan of either team that's playing, so I'm going to be looking at block pools and prop bets. So
I hear you, Joe.
All right, but anyway, let's get into it here. I got my usual cast minus Mike Fuji. Mike Fuji should be back. Our man Fuji said he'll be back next week, so we'll bring Fuji on next week. But I got my man Sean Kilrain right to my side of me right there. What's up, Sean? How you doing?
Sean, man, what's up, fellas?
All right,
what's good, bro?
And then below Sean, I got my man Mr. 6 for 6, Diego Bianchi. What's up, bro?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
I've been better. Our teams suck.
Yeah. It's sports, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but look, I got my comment here. My man Dave Yarnell. He says, "Hey, welcome back, Sully Squad." What's up, Dave? How you doing, bro?
What's good, Dave?
Yeah. So I don't have a lot. I really don't have much good to talk about. So let's just start off with part one of the misery. Joel Embiid. It's like Groundhog Day, guys. It's funny. 2 weeks ago tonight, we did this show and we talked about Embiid versus Wemby. I'll say Wemby because I can't say his name. Embiid goes out and scores 70 points, an all-time, like one of the greatest performances in NBA history. And the next day, Diego, I think I told you when I went to work. I was like, you know what? I think I want to write an Embiid article about how this guy's probably the best Sixer I've seen since I've been watching ball. We should appreciate what the hell he's doing. He's having one of the greatest years ever. And sure as shit, the next game he gets fucking hurt. What the hell, dude? So, so it came
every time you write an encouraging article about the Sixers, it never ends up well. Daniel House.
I think we had to start writing negative stories. That's where it has to go to.
Well, the funny thing is, I didn't even get to write it because
you were thinking it. As soon as you start thinking it. As soon as you start thinking about it.
You know what? Maybe Lieb's mushness has transferred over to me. I don't know.
Yeah. The friendship is too close right now.
Yeah, something's fucked up. You know what I mean? But anyway, so it comes out, and Embiid's going to get surgery. The timeline, who knows? I don't know if you guys were on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you call that, John, now. But some doctors were saying it's all going to be. It could be anywhere from 6 weeks to 8 weeks to 3 months. I'll ask each of you guys: is the season over, or is there a hope that maybe somehow he comes back in maybe 6-7 weeks and is healthy, and maybe maybe they find a way with a healthy Embiid to win a round or two? What do you guys think?
Season's over. He's done.
Okay. What about you, Diego? Diego, what about you? Season over? All right. Well, I don't know. I'll take that as a yes. All right. Well, Diego will be back. All right.
Yeah. No, the porcelain doll is gone.
So, based off of that, is there any moves they can make at the deadline to possibly get somebody? I mean, did you see? They were talking about possibly DeMar DeRozan. I mean, does he move the needle? Does an Andre Drummond move the needle? I mean, honestly, to me, no. But is there a move? Huh?
I think Drummond. Andre Drummond.
Well, what do you think? Maybe he could at least help. Maybe he could at least, I mean, I guess what you want to do is, say Embiid is out for 6 weeks, right? Which I guess what you want to do is you want to find a way to win enough games to stay in the 6 role. So this way you don't have to play the play-in tournament. You know what I mean? Because if you're 7 through 10, you have to play the play-in tournament.
Absolutely.
And that could be a 1 to 2 game elimination. You know what I mean? So maybe if you go out and you get an Andre Drummond, him along with Maxey, like I think right now the Sixers have like 28 wins. So if they could find a way to win 15 more games, they may be able to be a 6 seed. You know what I'm saying?
True. I think you're right. So, but yeah, I mean, with the porcelain doll getting hurt, he should have never played that Golden State game. He didn't play the primetime game. And then, okay, let's play Golden State game. For what? To have this injury and to have the shit show start,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Diego, we lost you for a second when I was asking if the season was over, and you froze, and I was like, well, I guess I got my answer.
Yeah, that's our season. Over. No, I don't think our season's over. It just depends. Can we make a move?
Well, so I have it right on the bottom there. Like, what do you think? Is there anything they can do? Like Sean and I were talking. And my theory is, I think I don't have the record in front of me. Joey has my phone, but I think the Sixers have about 28 wins right now. So can they find a way to maybe win, say 14 to 15 more games, get 43, say 42, 43 wins, wind up as a 6 seed? Because I think that's what you want to do. If you go to 7, you got to play that play-in tournament. Can you get to 6? And if you get to 6, you play possibly either a team like the Knicks or the Cavs in the first round. Now, you wouldn't have home court advantage, but with a healthy Embiid, I take my chances beating either of those teams on their floor.
Yeah, I agree with that. But is there This team as is under 500 in the last 34 games, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. Oh, they're actually better than I thought. The Sixers are actually 30-18.
All right, 17-17 puts you at 47 wins. 47-35.
I don't think they get that many.
I don't think they get that many. They're under 500 in the next 34 games. I think they're looking at being a 9 seed.
But I mean, the one thing is, though, I think they have a 5 or 6 game lead over the teams that are 10. So if they're at 30, if they could find a way to get 13 to 14 wins, then they're borderline 6-7. You know what
So
I'm saying?
they're only 4 games up on the 7 and 8 seed, which is Indiana and Miami, right?
Yeah, they're probably going to catch us.
They're probably going to catch us.
Yeah.
The Knicks, the Cavs. So that's what I'm saying. We're looking at being like a 9 seed. Now, can Embiid come back at the last 2 weeks of the season and we can win like the last 7 games, 8 games, and maybe squeak into a 6 seed?
Yeah, and then you run the well. Here. Let me get to John Michael's comment here. He says, "I wouldn't do anything. Embiid won't come back in shape. Why waste picks or talent? He will come back on a minutes restriction. Maybe do something off season. I don't know. This year is shot." I
we just keep doing that every single year. We just keep doing that every single year. Eventually, there's not going to be any more years left of Embiid. So you can get him back in the last 2 weeks and get him 85%. That's better than 0% and no chance.
So and Dave Arnold says, "Hey guys, should they shut the big man down?" Well, they pretty much are, Dave. I mean, he's getting surgery, and the surgery could be anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months. I mean,
they don't know the severity of the meniscus.
Yeah, from what I read, that they're really not going to know until they do the work. So
right.
Basically, you know what I mean? So basically, until they do the work, they're not going to know.
Yeah.
Paul Spencer says, "I think Sixers dropped to 7-8 at worst. Behind Magic, Indiana has made major moves. Siakam and Halliburton has been out many games." And I'll tell you another thing too. I think Indiana moves up now that they have Siakam. Indiana's going to be a top 6 seed in my opinion. But
I agree. And you got to think Miami and Spoelstra get it going to be a top 6 seed too. And then with the Knicks and Cleveland and Milwaukee and Boston, what's the best you can do?
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's see. All right, Boston, Milwaukee, New York, Cleveland. That's 4. Indiana,
Heat. That's
Indiana
6.
Heat is 6.
Orlando.
Who?
Orlando. The Magic.
They're 7. Yeah, and then you got Atlanta's.
And you got Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean,
forgetting the Knicks.
No, I said Knicks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean you know what the bottom line is we may be looking at a play-in thing, and here's another comment here. John Michael says, "Every year we make a move and Embiid gets hurt, and he is even hurt in the playoffs. Maybe the issue is Embiid at this point. And it's time to realize he's an unbelievable talent who didn't put the work in to stay in shape when he should have. As this era, while fun at times, has been a disappointment."
Yeah, but I think this year my man was in great shape, in the best shape of his career. Unfortunate, some guy lands on your leg and you tear your meniscus flap.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
how long was that knee injured? You know what I'm saying? Because it always went on knee soreness, this and that. Like the severity of it, we don't know. But like you said,
no, we don't. But he looked to be in pretty good shape this year.
Yeah. Like if you even the team gets fined $75K for not putting him on the injured list with the Denver game. Like, come on, they're protecting his health. Why are we getting penalized? Like,
yeah, I agree.
I mean, that was so asinine.
Here's a move that I would consider doing, depending on how much you give up. Now, if Portland wanted, like, say, 2 first-round picks, I wouldn't do it. But if you could give up, a salary filler, and like maybe 1 pick, I would consider bringing Malcolm Brogdon in. I'd bring Brogdon in.
So how many first-round picks are we playing with right now?
They have
3.
They have at least 3. Yeah, they got the one. They got at least 1 from the Clippers. I think they got 2 from the Clippers. I think they got 1. I think they got LA's unprotected pick, and then they got a first rounder from Oklahoma City in the Harden trade. So I mean it's kind of a shitty pick.
Who's even worth that though? You think Brogdon's worth
Yeah.
that?
I would give up one of the picks. I'd give up one of the picks because here's my thought.
I don't
You
see how that
look
helps
like-
us really with Melton. I feel like we could use that like on DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, the only problem
And
is
I don't
though,
love DeMar DeRozan, but I'll take DeMar DeRozan over Brogdon when we have our backcourt is. So it's not with Maxey in it. There's not much ball to go around there.
yeah, the only thing is though, if you get Brogdon can handle the ball a little bit, and Maxey and all right. Here's my thought, right? With Embiid being out, you're going to need Maxey. You're going to need Maxey to score 30 a night. So you really don't want Maxey to have to handle the ball the whole time. So if you did get his like a guy like Brogdon in, Maxey can play off ball and Maxey can concentrate on scoring. So you know what I mean? So if you have Brogdon out there handling the ball maybe 15, 20 minutes a night, then Maxey plays off ball and he just attacks the rim. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Here's our man Big Al Safiri says men his size break down differently, especially with his athleticism.
100%. He could be in the best shape of his life. I mean, and that side get hurt.
Yeah, I got another comment here. John Michael says, so knowing his history, do you really believe he's going to be in shape when he comes back? Invest in DoorDash. He's going to be laying on his ass crushing Chick-fil-A.
That's true, but I mean, I don't know. I'll take it. I don't know. I don't think we should waste this year away because I think with Embiid, if he can get back to 85%, 90%, we compete with any team in the league.
No.
Right. Here's my thought. That's why, like, I wouldn't give up all our assets, right? But like, I would give up like an asset to get a Malcolm Brogdon, right? Based off of what you said, because if Embiid does come back for the playoffs, then all of a sudden, all right, you go for it this year, right? Even if he's like 85%. If the playoffs come and he shows that like he can't get it done again, well, then you go into the offseason, you still have tons of cap space, you still have assets, and maybe if Embiid say Embiid gets hurt again, maybe management comes to the realization they're like, you know what, this guy's just never going to be healthy, and then maybe you just start over and you trade Embiid for a shit ton of draft picks, a couple players, and all of a sudden, and then you re-sign Maxey, and basically you start from scratch. Your only salary player would be Maxey, and you have a full cap space empty roster with picks and players you get for Embiid. I mean,
as of right now, I think we only have two guys signed after this season on the whole roster, Maxey and Embiid.
Right.
Oh,
exactly.
not Maxey and Embiid.
Paul Reed
and Embiid.
Right. So the bottom line is, I mean, as frustrating as it is, the Sixers aren't in a terrible spot right now because
no, they're not in a bad spot.
You know, going forward, it's just frustrating because it's typical Philadelphia, and it's the curse of the process that we have the most talented Sixers player that I've seen in my 37, 38 years of watching basketball. You know, I would take Embiid over Barkley, over Iverson.
But you can even go out of the scope of just Sixers. Embiid's one of the best basketball players you've ever seen play basketball.
Yeah, he is. You know what? I'll keep it real with you, bro. He's top talent-wise. He's top 5 player I've seen since I've been watching ball.
I agree.
I go MJ. MJ, Kobe, LeBron. Then you got there's other great players. I'm not thinking, of course you got like a Karl Malone and those guys, but honestly, talent-wise, I would take Embiid. I would take Embiid over any center I've seen. Even Shaq. Now Shaq.
I put KD in there.
Oh, KD, that's right. I knew I was forgetting somebody, but you know what I'm saying. No, Embiid.
What about,
I guess what I'm saying to you is, Embiid's in that top 5 to 10 range in the last 37 years.
Right. He's a player you never really seen before. Dude's got a bag like Kobe. You know what I mean? He's got size like Shaq, strength like he does. He's one of the best players you've ever seen play basketball. The only problem is he always comes up short, whether it's for injury or choking, whatever it is.
Yeah. Paul Spencer says Draft a true big man next year. Trade with picks up depth. Zach Edey, Purdue.
Nah,
Yeah,
Zach Edey's trash.
I mean, I can't get there yet. I'm still focused on this year, but I can see, you can see eventually they're going to have to something's going to give. I mean, don't you guys think maybe the next 2 years is going to tell all? You got this year, right? And then next year they go all in with the cap space and some of the assets they get. Maybe they get another guy to play with Embiid and Maxey. And then if he gets hurt again, I guess you're just fucked. I don't know what else. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
You're SOL. But John, I totally agree with Johnny's comment. It is the truth because he was immature. He didn't take dieting and strength and fitness to what it was worth. And now look at it. Now he's a man on fire, but it's a little bit too late, Yeah,
Al Zafiri right here. He says Embiid coming up short was immaturity in the beginning. His health remains a problem. They need a real backup center. I mean, absolutely. I don't think Paul Reed's that guy. I mean,
Paul Reed ain't that dude. Neither's Mo Bamba.
Joey.
Mo Bamba has like cement on his feet. Dude can't cover anybody.
Yeah.
Diego, we
go out and get Drummond back, like me and Joey were saying before.
Yeah, I would do that.
I'd take Drummond. I don't think Drummond. I mean, same situation as before. Drummond don't win us a championship.
No.
Remember, people in the city were calling for Andre Drummond. Like, we need Andre Drummond. We were going to win a championship because Andre Drummond. Like, you don't play 13 minutes in the playoffs.
He would help, though. I mean,
he would help, but like he helps for only a purpose. We need a player that's going to make a difference when games get tight. If Embiid can be healthy in the playoffs, you know what I mean? Honestly, I don't love DeMar DeRozan, but DeMar DeRozan in the close games, I think he can get us a bucket, and I feel confident DeMar DeRozan can get us a bucket.
I'll tell you what, Michael Kaepernick Jr. says here, Sixers are going to get LeBron this summer. As I read LeBron defending Embiid a few days ago, I also read it. LeBron wants to play with Embiid. See, you know what? I'll tell you what. That would be typical Philadelphia. Don't get me wrong. Listen, I do it. I mean, I'll bring LeBron in here right now because LeBron's still balling. But dude, you guys know sure as shit. We'll get LeBron. He'll get fucking hurt. You already know it, dude.
Or Embiid will just get hurt again.
Yeah.
And then even if you just got LeBron James, you ain't winning with just a LeBron James anymore. He ain't that player anymore.
You know what though? If Embiid, oh yeah, you said with just LeBron James. I was saying
just because you get LeBron James doesn't mean LeBron can be as good as he is this year. If Embiid gets hurt, LeBron don't win by himself, even with Maxey. He's not winning with AD.
No, I hear you, but here's a thought. Like if you did get LeBron, right? Sixers fans won't want anybody that has Sixers season tickets wouldn't want to hear this because you'd be like, damn, this blows. The Sixers literally should be like the ultimate friggin' what do you call that? Load management team like of all time next year. Like literally just have everybody kind of chill until the playoffs and then unlock LeBron, Embiid, and Maxey and go win that, John.
Pretty much. But the NBA is going to find you all crazy when you're sitting these players trying to load manage them. It's kind of what they're trying to get away from in the NBA. So you can't even play it that way anymore.
Yeah. Michael Kaepernick Jr. says Drummond and Olynyk are our only options. This team is in trouble. Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to. I mean, they're not doing unless Embiid comes back at least 85%, 90%, and comes back this year. Like right before the playoffs, there's nobody they could go get that's going to make a difference.
I'll tell you what this team's missing, and I hate to say it. James Harden.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I hate to say it, but this team with James Harden, we've seen how good team could be with James Harden when Embiid got hurt, and then you see how trash this team is when Embiid's not playing. You know what I mean? It seems horrible when he's not playing. James Harden at least keeps you competitive, knows how to get other guys involved when Embiid wasn't there. And clearly, even looking at the free agents, he was our best option.
Yeah. I mean, but what can we do? That ship sailed. You know what I mean?
That ship sailed. It sucks. It sucks, but when you look at it now, look at the Clippers. Clippers are balling. James Harden's running that team. 19 points a game, getting his assists, getting his rebounds, getting Kawhi involved. Kawhi's back to playing like Kawhi. Paul George balling. Everyone's doing their thing in LA now. I don't think that's a coincidence. Sixers being one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I know that sucks because we've been there before, but I don't think that's a coincidence that James Harden was on that team. You know what I mean? That he can win games.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Michael Paparnik Jr. says no James Harden. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean he's not. You know, we do. I don't know if that means no to James Harden or no James Harden, but I mean you do have a point. I mean they were more competitive when Embiid was out last year. They were more competitive than not having Embiid this year. That's for
with less of a roster. Batum over Niang, Oubre over anyone on that team last year, with less of a roster.
Yeah. By the way, dude, I saw now tonight we got Dallas coming in. Tobias Harris is questionable again with like illness. I mean, dude, he's
been sick for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, what's he got, man? Fuck.
He's got that Kelly sickness.
Yeah, exactly. I know, right? That one like never ends. Michael Paparnik Jr. says the Clippers will crumble with Harden in the playoffs. Well, listen, from your lips to God's ears, because I hate that team. I'll root for anybody over James Harden right now. You know
the problem is when Kawhi cooks. There's no like, oh, he's scared of the playoffs. He's scared of the moment. We see what Kawhi does when he gets to that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Is Kawhi even human?
I don't know.
He's like a cyborg, that dude. I never seen nothing like him.
No, he's weird. He's got a crazy life, though. Did you ever see his life? Is that like murder in front of him or something like that? Like some crazy shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I seen a video the other day.
Sister
crazy
went to
life.
prison.
Yeah, sister went like crazy life. When you like see his life, and you realize why he's such a quiet dude.
That's a shame. I had no idea because I never hear him speak.
I mean, either. Well, and now when I see that, I'm like, okay, now I know why he never speaks.
That's why he doesn't smile.
Wow, yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's why he never smiles, because he has no emotion to all the stuff that's been going on. His pop getting killed, his sister going.
That's why my man got fucking ice in his veins when it comes to the moment. You know what I'm saying? Been through a lot more than just shooting a fucking jump shot with 30 seconds left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, really, man. I'll tell you, that's some crazy shit, yo.
Yeah. But
absolutely.
So, James Harden might have actually hit the jackpot being sent to that team with a guy proven like that. Like, get to the playoffs and Kawhi could do some serious damage.
I hear you. Well, you know what? Let me tell you another guy that comes through in the big moment. My man Jason Fine. If you have a bad moment and you get hurt on the job and you slip and fall, or Sean, back you had a hernia back in the day, right?
Yeah.
All right, so imagine you hurt yourself, you hurt your groin. Who are you going to call? We're going to call my man Jason Fine, aka Attorney Big Al. Motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workers' comp, or personal injury claims. He's got 3 offices throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey, 1 in Philadelphia, PA, 1 in Cherry Hill, and 1 in Pittsburgh. So, make sure you give him a call. Sixers, let's be honest, guys, fucking. Really, that West Coast trip was absolute garbage. I mean, without Embiid, I mean that Golden State game sucked. If anybody had to stay up for that, John, you probably needed this Monkey Cold coffee, best coffee in the land. You could use the promo code OOTBS Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com. They got the newest blend, organic blend is Peru La Florida. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. I probably butchered it. But anyway, it's good coffee, so check it out. And when your team sucks and they're on a West Coast trip, drink it, because it's the only thing that'll keep you up. Because I got to keep it real. I couldn't stay up for any of them games, especially that trash.
Yeah, no, that for sure was bad.
Yeah,
I'm
Could
going
have
to
drank
bed.
8 cups. You needed 8 cups of that shit to stay up.
No,
it's
thanks.
nuts.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to bed. A couple more points on Embiid, and then let's get into the Super Bowl. John Michael says, I love Embiid, and I think at points he's the most dominant player I've ever seen. But can we also address the fact that Embiid has severely underperformed in the playoffs, even while healthy? One year he went from 30 points per game in the regular season to under 23 in the playoffs. I guess I'm saying it was fun, but I went off the ride, and I think you get what you can now for Embiid and build around Maxey.
I don't think Maxey's that dude.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
but
say
I think
that.
Maxey's a
He's not
great
that
number 2 option. I don't think Maxey's that dude. Where like you're building a team around him and he's going and getting you a chip.
Well, I don't think he's necessarily saying build around. I mean, I know he wrote build around Maxey. I think it's more like you
Bring
have
another.
Maxey.
You got to get another star in here. Draft another star.
Right.
Does another like most of the time another star, in order for that guy to reach his full potential, it's at 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to lock Maxey down for 8 more years and get 8 more great years of basketball out of Maxey.
Yeah, and that's the problem too, because Maxey is as good as he is. He's these smaller guys. I mean, unless you're like a Steph Curry. By the way, Steph Curry had like 60 last week. Did you see that?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yes.
He's unbelievable. And they're trash. You know what's amazing? They're trash. I mean, it's a damn shame what's happened to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson looks done.
He's done. And watch, we'll give him like a 3-year deal for like $90 million.
Wait, what's this?
I said, watch, we'll give him like a 3-year deal for like $90 million in the all season or some shit.
That's actually one of my biggest fears, that like the Sixers are like selling us on this like cap space, and then they're going to be like, Klay Thompson coming to Philly, 3 years, $90 million.
You're like, thanks, dude. Fucking 4 years too late.
Yeah,
it would be like when we got Chris Webber and Big Dog Robinson. Like, you look at the names and you're like, oh, we got Glenn Robinson, and then you watch him play and you're like, shit.
Dude, that's the thing with this team. If you look at the free agency market, it doesn't look like there's anything out there to make us that team.
No.
Yeah.
Clay, who else? Free agent, DeRozan?
I think Paul George is going to stay in LA. If you're Paul George, why would you leave LA right now?
Yeah, Paul George's going to opt back in LA. Kawhi's going to opt back in.
It's too good over there,
It's just Sixers are in a tough spot, even to like improve in the offseason. We might be more hindered that we have no one signed for next year than being able to have all this cap base and sign people, because it doesn't look like there's much out there.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I think I already know your answer, Diego, because you don't think he's that great of a fit. He might not be that good a fit with Maxey, but I'm not saying, all right, I'll name this guy's name, but not him necessarily in particular, but do you go and target a guy like a Dejounte Murray? Not necessarily Dejounte Murray, but a young guy that's maybe making 20 to 30 million. He's not quite a max player, but maybe you buy him early, or maybe you get him before he makes that leap. You know what I'm saying? Like a young guy that's a little. All right, for example, the guy on Golden State. What the hell's his name? Kuminga. A guy like Kuminga, right? Now, I don't think Golden State's going to deal him because he's one of their few young guys. But say there's a young guy like him that's maybe kind of on the come. Maybe you go out and you try to get a guy like that hasn't quite made that step. You know what I mean?
Who is that though?
I don't know. I'm just saying that I'm just.
I don't feel like guys just come out of the blue in the NBA to be that kind of dude.
I mean,
you see this dude developing, like we already know the guys that are going to be. We need a real player in here, and I don't think that's out there this all season. A real max player.
Okay, I'll give you the example. Jalen Brunson. No. You need to get lucky, like New York did. Like no one thought Jalen Brunson was going to be this good.
No, but Jalen Brunson. Yeah, I hear you. It took him a while to develop, though.
Right, but
And,
what
and
I'm saying,
you've seen the steps though. He looked like he wasn't going to be in the NBA. One season he gets a little more minutes. So like you see him coming on. What guy do we even see coming on like that?
well, that's why I
Remember
was thinking,
the last guy before that came on like that was Fred VanVleet.
right. Well, I guess what I'm saying is you got to look around the league and maybe somehow. I mean, I don't know offhand. Maybe you got to get lucky. Like like I said, like maybe a Deontay Murray.
You know what I
I mean,
think? If there's any silver lining in Embiid getting hurt, it's seeing what you really got on your team right now and what you're seeing, like who you could throw a little bit of money at in the offseason. What does Kelly Oubre really got? Is he really a good piece for this team? Let's check that out. Let's get him 15, 20 shots every game. Paul Reed, is he going to be able to actually back up? Like now we got to start picking guys from our team that we're going to keep next year and then figure out how to build in between that. Because there ain't shit out there.
And see who's going to step up and who's not going to step up. Who's
exactly.
Like
we got to show like especially
who is the players for the future.
Exactly. Especially if you're going to talk this season up too.
Sign or trade or draft.
Right.
I'll tell you what I don't want to do. I don't want to give up 2 first-round picks for Caruso. Fuck
no,
that.
Dude. People are insane. When I hear some basketball trades, sometimes it blows my mind. 2 first-round picks for Caruso, who isn't even like a real first-round pick himself.
Yeah, here's a
like dude's okay on a really shitty team.
Here, Paul Spencer with a couple names here, but I don't trust either of these guys. Herb Wiggins might be on the trade block for the Warriors. They like to stay young next year. Last year, $23 million. Jordan Poole, Washington will take pennies for him. I don't think Poole's a fit with Maxey. I don't like that.
I don't think Poole's a fit for anybody as a starter. He was good coming off the bench for Golden State, but he makes starter money.
Yeah.
And as that guy, Jordan Poole's garbage.
Tell you another guy I don't have a lot of interest in is a guy like Kyle Kuzma. I'm not really interested in that.
I'm not interested in that either.
He doesn't.
That's a desperate pick. You know what I mean?
The problem, like the thing is, though, you might have to look at guys like this with there not being that big of a free agency pool.
Then you run in
that much. True.
You know what the problem is, though. Then, like 3-4 years from now, you run into the same problem that we had.
That's true.
5 years ago when we signed Tobias Harris.
Yeah, you're right. You tie up all your money. That's the thing. Six got to be really smart here. You know, maybe you do just go cheap this year, cheap next year. Hope that Embiid has 3-4 years really left at the top of his game. You know, and really try to get something in here in a year and a half.
Yeah, or like John Michael said, or you sit there and you look and you go, you know what? As great as Embiid is,
yeah, it might be time for him to go.
He's just never going to be healthy enough. Let's go get 3-4 first round picks, 2 or 3 players, and let's just start pulling in Oklahoma City and try to get the next Chet Holmgren.
Right. Look OKC now, the number 1 seed in the West right now. The last time I checked.
With like $50 million first round picks.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got some serious players over there.
You know what's funny? Oklahoma City. Yeah, Oklahoma City did everything that we should have done with the process.
Exactly.
Oklahoma City did it exactly right. I mean, they went out there.
Absolutely.
They could. Oklahoma City could get anything. They could get anything they want. They have every asset that they want. They control every draft.
And they have Chet Holmgren, stud. Shai Gilgeous is one of the best players in the NBA. Giddey can play. Dort can play. That dude Williams, that dude they drafted 2 years ago, he's a straight baller.
They're from front to back and even bench. They all can play. Exactly. They filled every need that they needed to do to build this team. Like Joey said, what the Sixers should have been. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
You know what I think OKC's missing?
Again,
a vet. a vet, a real veteran presence. Because once you get to the playoffs, them veterans, I feel like they make a little bit of a difference, like a Draymond Green or something like that. They could use a vet.
Here's a question for you, based off of what we were just talking about. So what if Embiid just like never looks like he can stay healthy? What if Oklahoma City said, you know what, we want, all right, you said Oklahoma City's the number 1 seed, right? They're too young to win, possibly. What if Oklahoma City called you this offseason and said, I'll give you Chet Holmgren and 3 first-round picks for Embiid? Are you doing it?
Hell yeah, you would do it, but they're not doing that.
I don't know. Would they? You don't think they would?
I don't think they would do that. Because Chet Holmgren looks like he can be one of the best centers in this league.
Yeah,
with the similar game, dude, Chet can hit threes. Chet is one of the best blockers in the NBA. You know what I mean? Besides Wemby, who's the next best center after, like, young wise? You know what I'm saying? It's Wemby and him. Why mortgage 3 picks and a guy who can possibly be future all-star for the next 12 years and make it? And when you can bring Embiid back, he's going to hurt his meniscus. You know what team that can use a team that is worth like to take a risk on Embiid? A team like Miami. You know what I'm saying? A team like Indiana. A team that, like, it's worth it for them because they're always like middle ground teams. Yeah. So they're never going to hit the jackpot in the lottery. You know what I mean? So we'll invest 2-3 picks for Embiid. Doesn't make sense for OKC. Like you said, they control every draft. I can trade to get veteran players to put around Chet, to put around Shea, Dort. Like you said, they did everything the right way the Sixers didn't do. And no, if I'm OKC and they call you want Embiid, no, I don't want Embiid. I know he's one of the best players ever, but I can't be confident enough in him to win me a championship with Shea.
I'll tell you. You know, I'll tell you a team that would possibly go for Embiid would be a team like the Rockets.
The Rockets, maybe Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, but what are you going to? The problem is, what are you going to get? Because, you know what I mean? Because any team that wants to win isn't going to give you, like, their top guy.
Well, yeah, Sacramento, you could probably get Sabonis back, but what do we want Sabonis for?
Yeah, John Michael. Listen, I didn't think Oklahoma City would do it either, to be honest with you. It was kind of wishful thinking. I mean, but I guess it would be like, and Embiid playing with Chet really wouldn't work because one of them wouldn't really. Although Chet could probably play a stretch 4, but I don't know. But then the Sixers aren't really getting value. You know what I mean? John Michael says OKC wouldn't do that. They see Embiid as having issues. If they do it, though, pack your bags, fellas. We're driving to Oklahoma City to get Chet tomorrow.
Yeah, road trip to pick that dude up.
Foster Cover says, hope everyone is well. All right, thanks for checking us out.
Thank you, man.
Mike Lauro, hey, boys. What? I know Mike Lauro would love this conversation because he's been on the trade Embiid train for a couple years. So
I know, and like every year that goes by and blowing, it gets closer to Mike's prediction that we should have traded him at his highest value.
By the way, I was thinking of Mike Lauro the other day.
Carson Strong retired from the NFL.
The
best quarterback I ever seen.
The next great quarterback, Carson Strong.
You know, Jeff, I see that thing right away. Mike popped in my head. That's all I can think about for like the fucking all day.
I know, it's great. I know, because I know it is a damn shame because that poor kid had such bad knees. I mean, maybe he could have been a great one, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, that was good conversation.
80-year-old man's ligament.
Yo, I don't have my phone. Sean, do you have who the Sixers play this week? I just want to get a quick break and then let's get.
Well, they got 3 games left before the All-Star game.
Okay.
Or more than that. They got the Mavs tonight.
Yeah, and you know what's fucked up? Kyrie and Luka have barely. Hang on, Mike Lauro, I smell the sarcasm. We love you, Mike. We love you. Nah, but no, it was we got what, Dallas and
Mavericks, Warriors, Hawks.
All right, and they're
1 and 2. That's 1 and 2.
Yeah, they find a way to.
We lost 5 out of our last 6.
Yeah,
we're in trouble, dude.
Mavericks, Warriors, Hawks, Wizards, Cavaliers, Heat, Knicks, Cavaliers.
All right, so for the next week, yeah, honestly, I'm hoping for one win. I'm hoping somehow we beat Golden State.
Yeah, well, dude, the thing is, we're gonna have to pray that Max. Like when we play teams like that, we're gonna have to pray Max to get a 50-point game.
Yeah, this is going to be tough, man.
It's gonna be tough. Max has to really step up. We need 35 a night from him to win some of these games.
He's got to put his big boy pants on like they are.
But the other night at 23, that's not gonna cut it with no Embiid.
Yeah, and it would be nice if like Tobias Harris and Batum could actually play.
You know what's good? You know what gets tough for these guards? Like they always look great when they play. Like Brunson, for example. Brunson has looked great. Julius Randle gets hurt. The game after, they really just double team him, and he had a really rough going. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Maxi's a similar player. You put a double team on him, it's tough. There's not too many guards, small guards out there like Dame or like Steph who can. They're really uncoverable players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you can lock down these little guards.
Yeah, we touched on this earlier. What are your guys' thoughts on Kuzma? I think he's a glorified Tobias Harris, just a little younger. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
John Michael says Sixers are 4-14 without Embiid. We got to beat at least Golden State. I agree with that. Adam Glenn says 1-4. We beat Washington. Okay, so he took it out a little further. Well, damn, dude, this is tough, man. We basically going from like one of the best teams in basketball to we're praying that we beat Golden State and Washington.
Yep.
You know,
yep. Tough.
Shit in the bed.
Tough spot.
Yeah. So, all right. You know what though? Let's get into let's get it. When we could talk Sixers for a while, and we got Sixers, but we got a big game coming up this weekend. As Eagles fans, I mean, Chiefs, and I was rooting so hard for Detroit, guys. Oh my God, man, that game pissed me off so much watching the end of that game. But there is a game this weekend. We got Kansas City and the 49ers. I personally, and what's messed up? I hate the 49ers with a passion. And it's so messed up. Like you watch Brock Purdy. If he played on any other team, I would be like loving the kid's story. It'd be like freaking Rudy. You know what I mean? But he plays for the Niners. I'm damn, dude, this sucks.
I talked a lot of shit about Brock Purdy all year. And I still don't think he's that great of a quarterback. But he really showed a lot he really showed a lot against Detroit. He a lot of them plays he had to depend on his own legs to make plays, to throw crazy plays back across his body. He thought he was Patrick Mahomes on a couple plays. He found a way to make plays and win games, and I feel like that should set up a lot of people about him. Because me personally, like I said, I don't think he's one of the best quarterbacks. He's not that great. He ain't the MVP, but watching what he did last game in a big spot, down by that many points against a good team in Detroit, I think it proved a lot about Brock Purdy. Dude got balls.
He was poised. He stepped up when needed, like you said, with the big runs. And then when you have an offense like San Fran, man, CMC, Ayuk, and a guy that came out of nowhere, Jennings, and then you got Kittle and Debo, healthy Debo, watch out. And then you got a great defense, So let's pick your poison.
Yeah, now Mike Lauro says KC in a rout. He says 37-17. He says Pacheco was going to pound that San Francisco defense. Tell you one thing, San Francisco defense isn't nearly as good as it was the last couple of years. Detroit showed you could run the football on them. And Kansas City's defense is much better, but I don't personally see a rout. I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I think it's a close game. The problem is I like the Niners, but I'm scared to bet against Mahomes.
Yeah, you lose. Betting against Mahomes is like almost betting against Brady and Belichick,
I'm done, dude. The Eagles will play. The Eagles will play as the home team. The Eagles will play as the home team in the first ever regular season game in Brazil as part of the 2024 NFL International Games.
What the fuck, man?
I knew you weren't going to like that bullshit. That's bullshit.
No, we lose a home game.
I'm telling you, we lose a home game. We got a fucking San Paulo to play. So that's stupid.
I'll tell you. You know what though? The NFL, they're such whores. But you know what though? They keep getting that money though. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah, but Brazil though, come
They
on.
play on the
They play
Lord's
soccer.
Day.
They play soccer in Brazil and do jiu-jitsu, dude. They don't play football.
Yeah, gee, thanks. I'm sure. I'm sure all the Eagles fans that like work their ass off all year and that like are excited to have a ninth home game are like, just thrilled, you know.
Yeah, nice. Fight of Brazil.
In Brazil's nice, man, but you can get mugged. It's bad. I think it's Rio de Janeiro. I think it's Sao Paulo. It's bad.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the move.
What do you think of this here?
Thank
John
you,
Michael
Roger.
says Brock has a winner mentality. He did what he had to do to win that game. He did what Lamar Jackson would not. He went and took the game over for the Niners. And then I've got
100%.
another comment here. The NFL is dumb. Do they really think Brazil is an up-and-coming NFL market? I know.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. You're not even targeting a good market, dude.
Here's Paul Spencer here because I want to get into some prop bets because that's actually what I'm really interested in myself. Paul Spencer says the last 6 years I placed this bet on opening kickoff touchback, always minus 110. This year it's minus 220, but I'm laying 1,000 for 480 profit. In 20 years it's only not once. Niners 29-24. I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of I'm actually right with Paul on just about all that. From what I'm reading, it says so much of the public is taking Kansas City that, and like Diego, like your man, like your brother-in-law says, Kyle, he says, what do you call it? That
Always go against the public.
Happens. So I don't know. I kind of like the Niners.
I like the Niners too. And the thing is, dude, it's so tough to go against Patrick Mahomes. The year that we're like, okay, Kansas City chalked it up. You know what I'm saying? It looks like Kansas City really chalked this season up to 9. They're going to the Super Bowl again.
I know.
No receivers.
Now let me ask you this: Patrick Mahomes' dad got a DUI for the 3rd time. DWI. You think that kind of plays a factor in Patrick's head? You know a little bit.
No, I don't. I think his dad's still going to be in a Super Bowl game, fucked up again, driving home.
Here we got a couple prop bets here. John Michael says, here's a prop bet for next season. Over/under on Eagles fans getting robbed and kidnapped in Brazil. I think over 3. And Mike Laura is already marking it down as a loss. Oh, great, that's a loss. All that ass out there. And then Mike Laura says KC is hot now. Yeah,
that's true.
They are, but
that's why it's so like they're just hot right now.
Yeah, like I said, man. Any other?
I honestly think the best 2 teams right now playing football made the Super Bowl. I know a lot of people are hating on this Super Bowl because there's so many KC haters and so many San Fran haters, but these are probably it's the best quarterback in the game versus probably the best team in the game.
Yeah, Foster cover says my gut says Niners.
Babe.
I gotta be honest. It's funny too because when both last week when both championship games ended, I was like, oh man, I was like, no one's beating Mahomes. Kansas City and Andy Reid are going to win again, and maybe I'm overthinking it, but as all this time's gone by, I just find myself like leaning more towards San Francisco. I just feel like San Francisco is going to win. I don't know. I just feel like San Francisco is going to win this game. I just really do.
I agree. Just a feeling. Watch the game time. An hour before the game will come, and I'll probably ride out Mahomes just so I can root for Mahomes. I don't want to root with the Niners.
Yeah, Mike Lauro says biggest matchup is Kelsey versus Lenore.
Lenore.
Yeah, that'll be a big one.
Kelsey's cooking right now too, and his girl going to be in the building. Oh man.
Foster cover says Dan and Paul laughed when my gut took Green Bay over Dallas. Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, if his gut's saying 49ers, then he'd be right again, possibly.
I wish your gut would have said the Eagles.
I know, tough. You know what though? I mean, the Eagles were not even Leap could have helped the Eagles out.
Nah, he couldn't. They were done.
Paul Spencer says Vegas will swag the line back and forth. Craziest prop bet on the Caesar line is Taylor Swift camera views at 4.5 -35 over and under. I could see that.
I say over.
I think over too. John Michael says Niners in a close one. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. So
let's say Niners 31-28. 31-28 Niners.
I could see that.
Foster Cover says Eagles were finished in November, but why is my question? But why? Oh, God, you know what? I don't know. We're all trying to figure that out. I mean, who knows, you know?
There's no reason why. There's too many reasons why.
That's why.
Yeah, exactly. There's too many reasons why.
All right. So, all right, let's wait, do we do our prediction? So I'm saying Niners. I'm going to say Niners 30-27.
What do you think, Sean?
31-28 Niners.
I'm going to go KC 24-20.
Okay.
Just so we don't have the Niners. You know what I'm saying?
All
go
right,
KC 24-20.
And I think I haven't looked at the prop bet yet, but whatever. Oh, here we go. Niners. Foster Cover says Niners 31, Kansas City 27. All right. So we all have relatively high scoring games. You know what's funny? Usually when that happens, it'll probably be like 17-13. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like 17-9.
What?
2017. 2017.
Yeah. I do think that if each team's smart, like Mike Loro said, the cheat. Like that's one I would take. Whatever Isaiah Pacheco's over under, and that's a bet I'll probably look at. I don't have it in front of me, but whatever Pacheco's over in rushing total is, I think I'd go with, and whatever McCaffrey's over in rushing total, I would go over because I think both teams try to establish a ground game. I think that.
Yeah, I think both teams try to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. And in fact, the last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl, I won $100 on whoever the Chiefs running back was in the Super Bowl. I don't remember. It was 4 years ago, but I'm drawing a blank. But whoever ran the ball for them, I took the over. I won it like halftime.
Nice.
Foster, there you go. He changed his prediction. Foster Cover 17-9. There you go.
Yeah.
Sean, you know what? Before we get out of here, because we touched on the Eagles. And, of course, the Eagles were in the Super Bowl last year. And this year, we're sitting on the couch eating popcorn and drinking beer like everybody else. Well, we would be anyway, but you know what I mean? The players are. Real quick, who really impressed you in the scene? Because we had a big Senior Bowl this week, and there were a lot of players out there that, each of these teams are going to look at. Who were some of the players you that really impressed you as far as like possibilities for the Eagles, like, maybe linebacker position, corner, or offensive lineman? Who were some of the guys that caught your eye?
Peyton Wilson of North Carolina State caught my eye. Edgerrin Cooper, Trevin Williams from Kentucky, and then Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's brother, wide receiver from Rice. And then Cody Schrader from Missouri, a walk-on. Those guys caught my eye, all basically necessary needs for the Eagles, So,
hey, listen.
That's my thing.
Hey, anybody that came out of a McCaffrey Bowls, you got to be interested in, dude. That's a great headline.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was thinking it was going to be Cooper Kuppish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the kid from Georgia.
He's got size, 6'2", 205.
We'll take him.
Sean, what's the kid from Georgia's name? I'm drawing a blank on him. The kid from
Lad McConkey. Lad McConkey.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I'll tell you that's something. I mean, you look at a lot of these teams with these little slot receivers, like remember like the Welsh Welker or like New England. Like I'm watching Super Bowl highlights the other day, and you're seeing like Julian Edelman and Amendola.
Danny Amendola.
Right. And that's one thing the Eagles could use. The Eagles could use like a legit slot receiver. So that's something. That's something we could go into. And you know what? Now this would be a terrible thing. John Michael said the last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl, the worst year of our lives happened right after 2020. Let's hope that's not that again. Yeah, let's hope. Here's hoping I hit my prop bet and it doesn't turn into 2020 again. Maybe I'd be better off losing that, John. So,
but all those guys that I talked about, the Eagles front office talked on too, so they have an interest in them. So hopefully we get them.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hope. I mean, hey, if nothing else, let's just hope for a good, a good Super Bowl. Everybody out there, good luck on your block pools. If you do go to a Super Bowl party, make sure you call an Uber. Don't pull a Pat Mahomes Sr.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, dude. I mean, the dude. It's amazing. The guy's son has tons of money. He was a professional athlete. I mean, he could wipe his ass with $100 bills, and this dude's out there driving drunk, like pretty dumb.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, he don't even need an Uber. He could have a car service. You know what I'm saying? So, good luck on your bets. Uber and let's hope this Embiid surgery is let's hope he's not as messed up as we think. Maybe the surgeon goes in there. Although, let's keep it real, guys. It's Joel Embiid. He's probably going to be out for like 5 years.
Yeah, probably.
I mean? But let's hope for luck that maybe it's not as bad.
In that knee.
What's that? What'd you say, Sean?
That porcelain doll is going to be porcelain doll's legs going to be messed up.
Now, you know what they're going to do? They're going to cut the knee open, and they're literally going to see a picture of Samuel L. Jackson from Unbreakable. That's exactly what they're going to say. They're going to be like, what the hell is this? Out for 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so, all right, well, good luck on your bets. Good luck, Sixers. We'll talk Phillies next week. I wanted because there was actually interesting stuff on the internet saying that some rival GMs are saying the Phillies may possibly be in play for Cody Bellinger or possibly a Jordan Montgomery. And there's rumors that maybe they could trade for a reliever. So we'll get into some Phillies talk in the coming weeks. And the Flyers have just been chilling for a week, so we'll get into them in the coming weeks too. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, look, good luck everybody on your bets, and we'll see you next week. I'll see you all.
All right, guys. Peace.
Later.
Later.